Nina, when you feel well enough, we'd like to ask you a few questions about what happened. What happened? It didn't happen. It's still happening inside her head over and over and over. Just as that time 4 months ago is still happening. Father telling Nina that they're both going to have to be strong. Mother looking better than she had in months. Now the fight was over. And then the sad, cliche-ridden funeral. And her father telling her the medical bills had left them broke. They'd have to move to New York, live with her grandparents for a while. They mean well, her father used to say.
We'll let you know as soon as the poor thing's ready to talk, officer.
She'll be better once we get her home and give her plenty of loving. Poor kid.
Yeah, seeing her own father killed.
That too. What can I do? Thinks Elektra. What can I do to help you? To stop you from turning against the world as I did?
What can you do?
What I could have done was walk away from that fight with Bullseye.
And he would have had caught up with you sooner or later. You're no more to blame for the death of her father than you are for that smoldering heap. How many kids died in it?
33 and counting. You're sure you never heard of the architect?
Sure, I'm sure. But if he's claiming to be older than the Ancient One, and if he can start fires out of nothing, like you said, you should have a word with Dr. Strange. And as for a bunch of assassins and psycho killers converging on the Big Apple, who'd notice, right?
Got a hospital visit to make. You remember that would-be ninja gangsta I told you about? Rat, I know you probably can't hear me, but, well, this is Elektra, the one who gave you the big speech about turning your life around, who's so keen on sorting out other people's lives, but sometimes seems to lose a grip on her own. Hey, how about this? I've got someone I can talk to at last. Seems the only requirement is that the listener be in a coma. Gone? How can she be gone?
Jerry, phone the lawyer.
Her clothes, her possessions, she's taken them all.
Where'd she gone to?
Jerry, the lawyer.
Okay, with the lawyer, I'm asking a question.
She could have gone anywhere. She's in a very disturbed state of mind. Before she came here, the thought of New York scared her. Now she feels invulnerable. There's nothing more that can hurt her now. Or so she thinks.
Hey girl, you can do better than that. Pretty thing like you? I'm Andrew, this Dimitri. Hello, want a roof over your head? Want some food in your belly?
She watches television. She's even seen taxi drivers. She knows they're scum. If she goes with them, she might end up just another crime statistic. Sure, nothing to lose. Elektra trawls the dark side of the city, where the lost, the lonely, the vulnerable eventually end up. More than once, the face of a girl transmits into Nina's. More than once, Elektra thinks, there, but for the grace of God. King Lau and McKinley Stewart check out bars and clubs. The city has never seemed so big and so full of lost souls. What chance does she have of finding the one she's looking for? Just one chance. Her past. One of the Kingpin's clubs.
Some of the guys still laugh about the time you took out those 3 Jamaicans over in Jersey.
Yeah, real scream. So, you gonna help me?
You worked for the Kingpin once, and that counts for something. Sure, I'll put the word out. But the big man will soon be back, and you'll owe him for this.
While she waits for news, she continues her restless search and finds herself outside the dance theater of Conrad Weiss.
Hey you, stranger, I can't tell how glad. No, I told myself I'd remember to be really angry with you. disappearing for days without so much as a postcard.
Sorry, Conrad, a few personal matters.
Well, you're here now, and I'm well on the way to forgiving you. I took the liberty, and what do you think? Idealized Greece? I mean, the theater of Dionysus, or what?
It's very good.
Very good. You mean you don't like it?
It's wonderful.
It is, isn't it? Hey, do a few spins for me, just so I know your dancing wasn't a wonderful, cruel dream.
I'm sorry, Conrad. I don't feel like dancing right now.
Drink this, herbal. Great for the nerves. You want to talk about it?
Talk? Oh, no. Thanks anyway, Conrad. Word reaches her.
Seems like a couple Ukrainian guys with some ex-Rusky hardware are trying to make a name for themselves. Drugs, prostitution, protection, nothing nasty. You might find them at this address.
Thanks, Larry. One more thing. Have you heard anything about wise guys, heavy hitters, assassins in town?
Yeah, reckon there are a few heavy hitters around. Maybe something's cooking. Now get out of here, Elektra, else people will start talking about us.
Soon. This is what she's good at. This is why the kingpin of crime himself employed her as an assassin. She's really good at this.
Hey, come on, we've been good to you. Food, clothes, no funny stuff. All we want is for you to be nice to an important gentleman for the evening.
Look, I was real crazy when you met me, and I probably shouldn't have come along with you. I'd like to go now, please.
American girl's funny. Ha 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 ha.
Ha ha? What's ha ha? What's so funny?
Nothing, that's what's so funny. A big nothing. Now you start playing ball, or when I'm finished with you, no gentleman in their right mind going to be interested in you.
The room fills with cordite and debris. Everything goes crazy.
Okay, boys, think we must have got whoever.
And then a cough behind them. I know what you're thinking. Braca, braca, braca. You're wrong.
Wowza.
It's her, she thinks. Should she be relieved? Or even more scared? A big part of me would like to hurt you a lot, Andrew. But instead, I'm just gonna leave with Nina.
I got a much better idea. Ugh.
I warned you, whatever it is you might think about me, you are mistaken. You are so mistaken. You're the one. You and that crazy guy in the costume killed my dad. We can talk about that later, Nina. You can't stay here. All that awaits you here is prostitution.
Hey, don't knock it. In a few years, you'll be able to set yourself up. You'll be my special girl. Plenty of money. The gun, sweetie. Hand me the gun.
I saw you both fighting. The fire escape came down. The metal pike. I know how you feel, Nina. I know it's hard to believe, but I do. All the hatred, all that bitterness. You want to hurt the world. You want to hurt yourself. No, you can't know exactly how I feel. Oh, please. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's okay. You're gonna be all right. Just as soon as we get out of here. To be continued.